My name is Max Porter. I'm from Conway, Arkansas, 26 years old. My life growing up was pretty good, but when I turned about 19 or so, I started using drugs, using with friends and stuff. That's how it started. Parties, went to college, got in a fraternity. It progressed, ended up getting kicked out of fraternity for drugs. Went home, and that's when I found heroin, and my life really went downhill. At 20, I think, is when I went to my first rehab. Got out, stayed sober for a couple of months. Met a girl, and she ended up getting pregnant. So I had a kid. She already had a kid, and so I became a dad. And unfortunately, that didn't keep me sober as bad as I wanted it to. And since then, it's been in and out. I had one stint of 2 years of sobriety. But you know, I fought hard, but I always went back to it, and it's because I quit doing the things that worked. I tried to live a normal life, you know. Well, you know, like my first rehab, it was great. I was on fire. It's like I was learning all these things that I hadn't learned before. It was like going to school again, but I was in a structured environment. And for me personally, I can always complete the task at hand. You know, if I'm in a 30-day program, I can complete it, and then I stopped doing the 30-day and going to a 90-day, and then I went to a 6-month, program, and I even completed it. But it's what you do when you get out of here. It's also what you do when you're here. Obviously, you have to dig deep and take in the tools, but it's taking those tools that you learn while you're here with you. You know.
Thank you for sharing all this. I appreciate it. So a lot of people will ask, if they've done the rehab before, why would they go to rehab again if they've already done it? So what did you find by doing it one more time?
I found that I needed a safe place to go. Even if you go to rehab and you learn a lot of things, you can always learn more stuff. But the main thing is like separating yourself from the drugs, and separating yourself from the people and anything that you have emotional investment in. Because if you're emotionally attached, or you have all these responsibilities on you from your previous life, you can't really grow like within. And I think that's the main thing. And didn't get it the first 5 or 6 times, but going back and trying again, and then getting that reset was key.
What made you stick with it?
I wanted to be sober. I genuinely do. It's just, I want a better life for myself. I'm a dad of 2 kids that I call my own, and I do it for myself, but I do it for them as well. I want to be in their life, and when I'm sober, I'm a second to none dad. But unfortunately, that addiction, it makes me unavailable.
So what made this treatment center stand out from all the rest?
Being from Arkansas, and then getting away from Arkansas first was a big thing. The process of getting out here, I just made a phone call, and they made arrangements to get me to the airport. They got me here. I detoxed and stayed in the main building for about 2 weeks to really come off of all the stuff that I was doing. But then when I've gotten over to the IOP and the PHP the stage, it's really great therapists that care. You have a case manager that's your own, that's like your advocate and everything, that take care of your legal stuff, take care of anything that you need. Just the day in and day out group, as well as the men's house right now is really blessed. We have a great house manager, John C. He's excellent. He really cares, and just the community here is it's outstanding.
That's awesome. Is there anything that sticks out to you that has really helped you this time that maybe was lacking before?
The importance of a schedule has really stuck out to me this time. I have kind of always been a go with the flow guy, and you know, that leaves a lot of room for error and unknown. And you know, I learned in I think it was your group actually that, you know, about making a schedule. It was like my first or second week here. Usually like make a schedule, and I've stuck to that. I go to meetings, church. You know, they actually bring church here. It's on like Mondays and Tuesdays, so you get to do that. Just, you know, overall, it's a really relaxing, safe place that you can, you know, grow.
That's awesome. So you kind of explained a little bit what life was like before. What's your life like now?
You know, now I'm like 120 days sober. I have a get well job as a server. You know, I'm blessed to have it, and I go to group, you know, 3 days a week. I live with a bunch of guys that have the same goal in mind, and life's getting better, you know. And I'm not rushing to get back. You know, I do want to be back to my kids, but I know that that's what I've always done in the past, is I go to a program for 30, 60 days and rush back into it, and then, you know, so this time I'm taking things slow. My kids are perfectly taken care of. They're comfortable. They know where Dad is, and I'm thankful for that. And that allows me to stay here, be present, work on myself, and you know, really just try to get it this time.
So what kind of dad are you now?
I would say I'm a pretty good dad, working on being the dad that's present in their life, you know. I'm getting there for sure.
Well, it's been awesome seeing you grow over the last 4 months of the guy who came in and the decisions and how you hold yourself now. It's amazing. What advice would you give the future version of you if you go back in time and jump in and say, hey, listen to me, I'm the future you. What I'm going to say is important. What would you say?
I would say that it's not about like how much money you make or how the image that society wants you to have. Life's literally like the happiest times in my life were when my life was as simple as just going to work, taking my kids to school, getting to coach their baseball team, and doing, you know, the little things. And I would just say that you know, there's no one more time. Obviously, there's no fun in drinking, even when you have a good job and all this stuff. Like the drinking leads to drugs, and I would, you know, just to say to stay the course and keep the schedule.
Now, looking at the person that you've become, how happy are you in life?
I would say I'm really happy, you know. 5 months ago, I was literally homeless, just didn't really have a will to live, you know, separated from my kids, and didn't know what I was going to do. And to see where I'm at now in just a short 4 months, I'm really impressed with the way my life's going, and the environment and the place that I've got to come to.
That's awesome, man. Well, thank you.
Thank you.